Dear students, today we will study about chapter 4 chemical bonding. It is very important chapter for study of fundamental chemistry because with help of this chapter we will know about the fundamental aspects of organic and inorganic chemistry. With help of this chapter we will know about the chemical bonding, condition for formation of chemical bonding, nature about chemical compounds, etc. So this chapter is very important chapter. With help of this chapter, we will also know about the physical and chemical properties of compound. Now, first we will discuss about cause of chemical bonding. First, we will discuss about the cause of chemical bonding. What is cause of chemical bonding? With help of this chapter, we will discuss about cause of chemical bonding. Cause of chemical bonding. Cause of chemical bonding. What is cause of chemical bonding? With help of this chapter, first we will discuss about the cause of chemical bonding. What is cause of chemical bonding? So, when two atoms come closer to each other, then with help of completion of octet or doublet, they become stable. That's why for stability of atoms and to complete octet or doublet of each atoms, we need for formation of chemical bond. That's why we can say that for stability of atom or for completion of octet or for completion of doublet, atoms come closer to each other and in this way they form chemical bond. It is a cause of chemical bonding. On the basis of the nature of atoms, there are three types of chemical bond formation takes place. On the basis of the nature of atoms, there are three types of chemical bond formation takes place. That's why we need to know about the types of chemical bond also. Types of chemical bonding, types of chemical bonding, types of chemical bonding. In types of chemical bonding, first we will discuss about the electrovalent bond or ionic bond. First we will discuss about the ionic bond, or it is known as electrovalent bond, electrovalent bond. Second is the covalent bond. And third one is the coordinate bond. Coordinate bond. Coordinate bond is also known as a dative bond. Coordinate bond is a special type of covalent bond. That's why it is also known as a coordinate bond is also known as a dative bond. It is known as a dative bond. It is known as a dative bond. It is known as a dative bond also. So in this way, chemical bond is broadly divided into three parts: ionic bond, covalent bond, and coordinate bond. Now we will discuss these three bonds one by one. But first we need to know about valency and valence electrons of atom. First we need to know about, study about the valency and valence electrons of atom. Valency. First, we need to know about valency. Valency. Combining capacity of any atom is known as a valency. Combining capacity of any atom is known as a valency. For example, combining capacity of hydrogen is 1 because it has only one valence electron. That's why it is a monovalent. Hydrogen is monovalent because it has a only one combining capacity. Hydrogen is a monovalent. Similarly, chlorine is also monovalent because its combining capacity is 1. Oxygen is a divalent because oxygen have a combining capacity 2. It is a divalent. And nitrogen is a trivalent because its combining capacity is 3. Nitrogen is a trivalent. Its combining capacity is 3. In this way, combining capacity of hydrogen is 1, that's why it is monovalent. Combining capacity of chlorine is 1, it is a monovalent. Oxygen divalent and nitrogen is trivalent. But there is a small difference between valency and valence electrons. Valency is the combining capacity of atom, but valence electrons are those types of electrons which present in outermost orbit of any atom. Number of electrons which present in outermost orbit of any atom is known as a valence electrons. For example, if we have taken lithium, if lithium is taken, so atomic number of lithium is 3, electronic configuration according to cell is 2, 1. 1 is the valence electron. If we have taken sodium, so 11 is the atomic number, 2, 8, 1. Valence electron is 1. Valence is also 1. But if we have taken carbon 6, so 2, 4. Combining capacity is 4. Valence electron is also 4. This one is the valence cell. And electrons which present in this valence cell is 4. It is a valency. And valence electron is also 4. Similarly, if nitrogen is taken, so atomic number of nitrogen is 7, electronic configuration is 2, 5. Here valence electrons are 5, but valency is not 5. Valency is equal to 8 minus number of valence electrons, and it is equal to 3. Hence valency of nitrogen is 3. You should always keep in mind, if valence electrons exceed from 4, then to calculate valency, number of valence electrons must be subtracted from 8. If we have taken oxygen, If oxygen is taken, atomic number of oxygen is 8. Atomic number of oxygen is 8 and electronic configuration is 2, 6. Valency is equal to 8 minus 6 and it will be equal to 2. Hence, balance electrons are 6 but balance is 2. Combining capacity is 2. In this way, if valence electrons exceed from 4, then valency combining capacity is equal to the 8 minus number of valence electrons. Dear student, you should always keep in mind, combining capacity of any atom is known as a valency and number of electrons which present in outermost orbit is known as a valence electrons. It is major difference between valency and valence electrons. Now we will discuss about the types of chemical bonding one by one. Types of chemical bonding one by one. First we will discuss about the ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. First, we will discuss about the types of chemical bond. Types of chemical bonding. Types of chemical bonding. And in types of chemical bonding, first we will discuss about the electrovalent or ionic bond. Electrovalent or ionic bond. It is very important bond because this bond formation takes place, ionic bond formation takes place with help of ions. Means one atom should be cation and another atom should be anion. One atom have a tendency to lose electrons and another atoms have a tendency to gain electrons. This bond formation takes place by losing and gaining of electrons. This bond formation takes place by transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. So this bond formation takes place by transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. Hence, for formation of this bond, means if we are going to study about the condition for formation of ionic bonds, then we can see that one atom should be smaller atomic radii, whereas another atom should be bigger atomic radii. One atom have a less electronegativity, whereas another atom have a high electronegativity. One atom have tendency to lose electron and another atom have a tendency to gain electron. In this way, for formation of this bond, one atom have a bigger atomic radii, another atom have a smaller atomic radii. That's why ionic bond formation takes place in between metals and non-metals easily. ionic bond formation takes place in between metals and non-metals easily. Why? Because metals have a tendency to lose electrons and non-metals have tendency to gain electrons. That's why metals have a electropositive nature and non-metals have a electronegative nature. In this way, ionic bond easily form in between metals and non-metals. For example, if we have taken formation of sodium chloride NaCl, if we have taken formation of sodium chloride NaCl, then what happens? How in between sodium and chlorine ionic bond formation takes place? Here, sodium, atomic number of sodium is 11, 281. Sodium loses one electron and it form Na plus. 2, 8. 1 is the electronic configuration. Now, one electron remove and it show 2, 8 electronic configuration. Now, chlorine, atomic number of chlorine is 17, 287. 287. If chlorine gain one electron, then it complete it octet. Means ki 7 plus 1. If one electron gain from sodium, then it complete it octet and it will become 288. In this way, in between sodium and chlorine, ionic bond formation takes place. Sodium loses one electron and chlorine gain one electron. This one is the Lewis-Dart structure, because this structure was proposed by Lewis, a name of scientist. Lewis, a name of scientist, hence it is known as a Lewis-Dart structure. In this way, electrons, valence electrons can be represented with help of dot or cross. This arrow represents transfer of electron from sodium to chlorine. And in this way, NaCl ionic compound will form. Now, if another compound, calcium oxide is taken, another compound, calcium oxide is taken. If another compound, calcium oxide is taken, then what happens? If another compound, calcium oxide is taken, CaO calcium oxide is taken, in what way in between calcium and oxygen chemical bond formation takes place? So calcium atomic number is 22882. Calcium loses 2 electron and it changes into Ca2 plus. Now atomic number of oxygen is 826. 26. Then what happened? Oxygen gain 2 electrons and it change into O2 minus. In this way, in between calcium and oxygen, 1 electron transfer, 1 electron transfer, ionic bond formation takes place. In this way, in between calcium and oxygen, calcium is cation and oxygen is anion, and here in between calcium and oxygen, ionic bond is formed. Now, if another compound like aluminum trichloride is taken, AlCl3 is taken, AlCl3 is taken. If AlCl3 is taken, then what happens? In what way in between aluminum and chlorine ionic bond formation takes place? Then atomic number of aluminum is 13 283. Aluminium loses 3 electron to change into Al3 plus. Aluminium loses 3 electron to change into Al3 plus. Chlorine have a tendency to gain 3 electron and change into tri-Cl minus. Then what happened? Aluminium 3 electron, 3 are valence electron, chlorine, 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 1 7, 2 to 4 to 6, 1 7, 1 electron transfer, 2 to 4 to 6, 1 7, 1 electron transfer, 2 to 4 to 6, 1 7, 1 electron transfer, AlCl3. In this way, in between aluminium and chlorine, ionic bond is formed. 1 electron transfer from these 3 valence electron, and the chlorine complete its octet. Similarly, if we have taken magnesium chloride, MgCl2, magnesium chloride, MgCl2, then what happened? We know that atomic number of magnesium is 12. It's so 282. 2 is the valence electron, magnesium, these are 2 valence electron, chlorine, chlorine, 2 to 4 to 6, 1 electron transfer, 2 to 4 to 6, 1 7, 1 electron transfer. In this way, MgCl2 will form. Now we will discuss about the characteristics of ionic bond. We know that ionic bond formation takes place with help of cations and anions. That's why in between ionic compounds, strong electrostatic force is operating. That's why ionic compounds have a compact structure. Their crystals are tightly packed. They have a high melting and boiling point. These are soluble in water because water is a polar compound and ionic compounds are also polar compound. These are bad conductor of heat and electricity in solid state, but in molten state these are good conductor of heat and electricity. So these are the characteristics of ionic compound. Ionic compounds have a high melting and boiling point due to compact structure. Ionic compounds are bad conductor of heat and electricity in solid state, but in molten state they behave like a good conductor of heat and electricity. These are soluble in water because these are polar compounds. These are not soluble in non-polar compound because like dissolved like substances means polar dissolve in polar and non-polar dissolve in non-polar. These are characteristics of ionic compounds which form with help of cations and anions, which form with help of losing and gaining of electrons.